Hi guys, I'm Nate from Good Mayhem Racing. The 4Runner that raced the Baja 1000 is downstairs, and we are upstairs in my manufacturing area using the 3D printer and also working on the underlights. The 3D printer lives in the bathroom. That way all of the nasty smells of plastics like ASA and BETG and the like can stay ventilated. I forgot to turn on the fan, so thank you for reminding me. That is printing right now for one of my friends in the group buy, a guy named Taft. He actually bought 2 underlight kits, and both of them are for 9-inch XKGlow lights. Originally, when I was doing this group buy, I could only refer people to XKGlow. I couldn't buy these things myself because I was not a dealer yet. Now I am. So if you are in the underlight group buy and you would like to use a set of sequential white and amber LEDs, they're not just a thing. I am now an actual dealer and installer for these products. So hit me up and let's modify your order. There is an upcharge to get these sequential lights placed inside. These are $65 new. The group buy is originally $50, and that was using the amber LEDs, the ones that I can barely ever get. I keep on buying out the company's inventory that does it. These are the white LEDs that are similar to the ambers. And you can see the fundamental difference between these and the sequential lights. This has 2 different rows of LEDs in there. This has 1. It has a fundamentally different mounting scheme, where this one's its own unique design. These snap in and screw into place, and these have a similar feature. They snap in and then screw into place. How do these go in? Use the material properties of plastic and let it bend. There's a little tiny recess point right here where your screws and turn signals key into. Pull the underlight kit apart. It'll take a little bit of force, and then push it in to the end and that end. And once it's as flush as you can get, use a screwdriver. I have a fancy screwdriver now. Thank you, IRS, for giving me this as a business expense, because it's cool. Put the screw in, push it in, do a little more twisting, and now it's seated flush. We can do it again on the opposite side. The opposite side is the one you can barely see, but if we just go in, start it, make sure it's nice and flush. This underlight is in. This black cable goes to the inside of the underlight. And if you're wondering, this one is Group Buy Rev 11.2 front right. This one is labeled the opposite, front left. Let's mount this one. The process is much the same. Now mirrored. Jam the tip of the LED body into its socket. Firmly stretch apart the underlight until you get past all of these little cams and grooves. Take the end, push it in, and once it's seated in nice, you can check to make sure everything's fitting right. See how this has a curve? The LED follows that. I find that to be very, very satisfying, very rewarding. Let's get these screws in. These screws are nothing special. They are a martensitic stainless steel. a number 4, 1/4 inch to be exact, a Phillips rounded head. It could have been something else, but this was just the easiest thing that I could find that was readily in stock here in the States and available. I know my metric companions will freak out, but it is just a screw. Okay, this underlight is now in place. When it comes to sanding these, priming them, polishing them, it's almost worth removing the LED. If you'd rather not, you don't have to, just tape it over. But that is how you screw and mount the underlight LEDs into their bodies. These ones here are a lot more straightforward because there's no flexing involved. This also applies for the ambers. They have a much larger screw. In this case, a 3/4 inch. It is a number 6, that's a 3/4 inch, and it has a hex head on the end. The 2 screws come out. And this thing also holds itself in place, but you see the end that is far away from the fender mount? Push that in, and with enough force, you can pop it out. Same thing, you want to push it deep into this groove here, push up, and once it's all snapped into place, take those number 6 screws. Always start them by hand, regardless if you're using a tool or not. That way you can make sure you found the hole. This particular little drill is on the absolute lowest torque setting it has. That's all it needs. That's put back together. Those are the underlights. Taft, thank you so much for buying 2 sets of 9-inch sequentials. The second one is being printed right now. You can see it over here. It's got several hours to go. But hey, that's how 3D printing works. I will see you guys out in the desert, if not my garage. Like and subscribe for more if this interests you. And catch you later.